Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to Netta's Nest. Okay, so I promised I was not going to get in the garden all day today because yesterday I was in the garden. I went out there to check on everything about 8 o'clock and I didn't come back in the house until after 6 trying to get dinner started. And I did. So I started up this morning. I said, okay, at least let me get dinner started today so that it won't be so quick tomorrow because I did not cook Sunday dinner, but I cooked today. So I have some field peas and hocks in this pot. I love field peas. I need a light. There we go. In the crock pot, they cooked all night long. I got some cabbage and ooh, why is that a shadow? There we go. Cabbage and bacon and onions going already with peppers. I got me some rice in the microwave going, and I decided that start composting. So I'm gonna go to Aldi. They had a compost tumbler. I didn't want to do it because I saw my mama do it. It was gross. But I got all this stuff here, and the fruits available for everybody again. And here I go, back outside. Got my boots on, got my long sleeve shirt on, my dog's out here whining. And let's come and see how my folks are doing out here. Once again, hi, my name is Netta. Welcome to Netta's Nest. I'm the mom of 3 teenagers. I'm so proud of that. One is graduating, one graduates next year, and one's going to high school this next year. And I am the wife of a deputy. I have a very loving husband. Oh, my dog's up there. And I'm on sabbatical, and during this time I have found myself turning into my mama, basically. She knew it was coming. So anyhow, I'm just gonna go and check on everything, knock off the bugs, knock off the webs, look how things are going, and we'll go from there. Hold tight. So I replanted my strawberries. These cobwebs, I gotta ask my mama who is making all these webs everywhere. So I had my strawberries over there in the one bucket, and mama had told me, Janetta, don't go and buy any strawberries. You can get plenty from that one bush. Not knowing, but I've been doing some research. So I dug in that bush and I pulled out a clump, and in that clump I pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4 strawberries. So I put 2 over here, and I had over here, what is this? Thyme, parsley, and dill in this pot right here. Put it over here, and lo and behold, look how it is standing up. It's loving this area right here. So besides these cobwebs everywhere that I see thus far, I don't know who is trailing them. That's that. So now I have some new stuff over here. And I put the strawberries over here, and 2 of those plants are standing already, which is they endured the transfer. I learned that word. I also put my cucumber in this pot here too, and it's reaching for the sun. It likes this pot. My squash isn't doing so well. I really had to peel that apart because that squash pot had so much mess in it. Lavender's doing fine. Peppers, I didn't cover them up last night because my husband said the sprinklers were coming on. More cobwebs. And I just like to look up under the leaves because I think before anybody gets started eating on these, I'm not going to be as timid to peel it off while it's small. But once there's like a big worm or something, especially when we go on vacation, I'm going to be tripping. But I think I'll just cut the whole limb off. Or I have those tongues and I can throw it away. Picked up those marigolds. They're loving that pot. That pepper is loving this pot. I don't see any fresh holes. I was told to make sure you look under the leaves. Of course, Chip wants to come over here and shit. I'm so sick of them. Why you can't compost dog shit? These are the determinate tomatoes. And there's some basil in there. I see something that then fell down in here. Oh, that's the moringa. I'll let the moringa sit out here. And of course, it opened. Oh, it opened. I was just gonna tear it off yesterday because I was like, what is that doing? And I don't know why it's aiming down. Maybe it's gonna be an eggplant. Putting it here so I can see. Oh, I'm so excited. That flower opened. I can't believe it. Woohoo! And the zucchini's doing fine. The indeterminate tomato bush, he's just a little bitty guy. He's hanging on in there. I'm thinking he's getting too much sun. My moringa tree was given too much shade, and I broke down a whole big old bush and I harvested the leaves and some of the stuff. Here's a strawberry. Now here's that batch of strawberries that I had, and I pulled out the onions in there growing already. Yes. There's another one growing. Those are doing fine. That has that strawberry bag in there. Of course, it's not going to be doing anything right now. I didn't really look under my basil, but if something's eating the basil, I'm going to be okay with that because I prefer to eat my basil and not eat my tomato. That's new. Can you guys see it? I don't even see my finger. That's new. Pretty little flowers, doing good. These cobwebs. I need to see if these cobwebs are safe. And let me tell y'all about this blackberry bush. So I bought this little gimmick blackberry bush, and it had all this stuff in it. And this was what was left. That's the actual blackberry. 30 bucks. I did some research and they do sell them about that big for 30 bucks. So I don't know if it's going to survive the transfer. I really took it out. I washed the roots. I saturated the roots, and I repotted it in some excellent potting mix with fertilizer and all that good stuff in it. And I hope it survives. I hope it grows, and I hope that I reap the benefits of taking such good care of it and get some blackberries next year. There are these little flies flying everywhere, and I think they're the ones that's doing this weaving of and all those strawberries, they'll sit there and they look bone dry. They're not. It's just the top. Oh, I don't know. Here I go. I said I wasn't going to hold the camera on this side because I keep covering the moist. Okay. This one's up here. When the sun comes out, it's going to hit it. It's going to hit it good. So everything looks pretty good. So I will probably fast track this part. I named my Jasmine Luke. My husband like, what's that? I said, that's Luke. He was so pleased to see his Jasmine. All right, guys. Oh, I forgot to look in here. And these are all my starters. I thought that was a web. I can't see, but I can see a little bit. Somebody trying to make a nest in here. I don't know what I put in here, but it just had a whole web around it. So guys, I was just listening to some folks on the tube. Takes years to become a decent farmer. Oh, look at this. That's new too. Change that water out. And everything in here was planted around 4:30 or 4:29. That strawberry back there said 5, 6 need to be down there. I'm trying to keep everything, or nothing has popped through the root except that cute Nothing's come through except this okra. And I thought it was going to die, but it's getting taller. But the top of the leaves look, I mean, might look like something was eating it straight out of the soil. Well, I'll tell you what I'm most excited about. My favorite, well, all these are my favorite vegetables. I don't know the proper seasons. I don't know when I'm supposed to do things. I don't know nothing about germination. I know the term that broke soil. I learned the term of transferring stuff, and some things don't survive transfer. I thought that I could just throw the potato in the ground, and Mom was like, no, put it in some water and let it start to root. And one of my guys did just that. I was like, oh, it has roots. Look at that. But I don't think the other ones have roots. No. I checked them yesterday and no. I don't know if I'm supposed to change the water every day. Get out of my bed. Go. Go over there. Good boy. So I'll see. And I don't know when all this stuff is supposed to pop up. I'll see. I think they say, I did read the package. Some of them said, I'm going to give it. I was looking over there. Something just, the gate panel falling off. 7 to 14 days. And see what happens. But I tell you, that okra. And I think that's an okra from one of my mama's stashes that she's had in her container for me for the longest that I would never grow. All right, guys. That's it. 4:30. 5, 6, and that's the garden for right now. I am gonna I'm also got to do some research on what to do with my pineapple knuckles. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out how to replant them. But I have said I am not planting anything else. Nothing. I have met my limit. I listened to all these people. Oh, look at me messing up. All these people, and they say, start off with just a little bit. Don't go ham. Don't plant all this stuff and you can't manage it. So I think that's that. It's not guaranteed that everything's gonna come through. If it does, that would be an extreme blessing. Take this glove off. Oh, and here's my moringa that I harvested yesterday. I already put some in my salad last night, and I have some in here. A flower. Here's one of the drumstick other pods. It's also called the drumstick tree. So I'm gonna give you guys, I did some little research yesterday. All I had to do is call my mom and pick her brain. But I did some research yesterday. And this is what I found out about the moringa tree, which my mama calls the tree of life. Let me sit down here. Excuse my mess. So I got on there and I followed some, I don't know, some botanists. People that study plants. They were over in one of the Indian countries, and they were talking about the moringa tree. And I found out about the moringa tree. Just about everything on the moringa tree is edible. Everything from the leaves, the pods, the seeds, the root, and the flower. All of it is edible, which is interesting. But I encourage you to do your own research, because just like reading the Bible, just because I said I read the Bible and I read it from the Bible, don't mean that I am delivering it properly. So this is the same thing. Do your own research. So every part of the moringa tree is edible. That people are cultivating this tree in third world countries. They're using it for medicinal purposes and all that good stuff. My mama planted this tree and she told us it was called the tree of life. I was reading, they call it the miracle tree. So anyhow, the leaves, this tree is packed full of so much nutritional value. Vitamins A, C, B1, 2, and 3, calcium, zinc, iron, manganese, magnesium, potassium, amino acids, and cytosterols. This tree has so much mess in it. I was like over the moon when I was reading all this stuff about this tree. So, and then I told my son, I said, Keljon, the moringa tree has just as much protein in the leaves as chicken and fish. And he says, I know. I said, well, how do you know? He says, I asked Grandma. She told me. My mama always says, she said, John, now don't cut that tree down. Leave that tree alone. I cut this tree back. I cut this tree back. This tree will grow anywhere. It is, it will grow anywhere at any time. I think the cold will kill it though, but it'll come back if it's deep rooted. I've cut it back to the nub and it still comes back. That's a blessing. So and then I even found out the little flowers, so I started harvesting those too. They say they have a mushroom flavor, amino acids, calcium, and vitamin K. So the benefits, they say there's some benefits and there's some pros and there's some cons about this tree. So according to this research that I was doing, watching everything, gathering information, go do your own research. I'm no professional. I'm not an herbalist. I'm not a teacher. I'm not none of those things. I'm just here trying to figure out why my mama had this tree in my backyard. So they say it controls blood sugar levels, controls cholesterol, and when it does all those things, that's protecting the liver. Controls inflammation, and we all know inflammation is the root of just about every ailment there is. You look it up. Inflammation is the root about every ailment we have. So this helps with inflammation, memory. How about that? Fertility, healthy pregnancy, but they say lactating women should not partake in moringa because it is not beneficial for the baby. And I'm thinking because how it has all that hormonal stuff in it. Clears acne, growth tissue, kills intestinal worms. But the con about it, too much quantities of it can cause severe GI issues. So that goes back to what my mom always told me. They'll never take nothing more than 3 days. 3 days on, 3 days off. 3 days on, 3 days off. But I read that they said 5 to 10 grams. So how do I know what 5 to 10 grams is? Unless when I harvest it, I grind it down, turn it into a powder, and weigh 5 to 10 grams. Oh, also can restore and increase production of estrogen and testosterone. You know, when I read that, I hit the floor because only thing I can think is perimenopausal, menopausal symptoms, hormonal changes, going absolute crazy. So, and then I think I was talking to my husband last night. I says, during the whole pandemic, we ate this moringa tree. I'm going to say almost daily. I didn't do probably, I'm going to say 3 to 4 times a week on sandwiches or more. We weren't sick. I had no rhyme or reason why we weren't sick. I had no rhyme or reason. I was like, I wasn't even worrying about it. It did scare me, but we weren't sick. So when the pandemic started slowing down, I think about after the 2nd year, I stepped back from using the moringa all the time. My son got sick. I'm rehashing. My son got sick, got it. I got sick, I got it. My other son, we don't know what he had. My daughter got sick, we don't know what she had because they both test negative. So, I'm here to say, hindsight, thinking back, that tree is definitely what my mama said. It's the tree of life. So, that's my moringa thing. So I have a huge moringa tree. I'm harvesting leaves. I've already got some and put them on my our salad last night. I'm gonna go scrape some more leaves that I can reach and put them in my cabbage for tonight. And so I'll just do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll have moringa on everything. We'll take a break, and every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it'll be moringa night for us. And I'll see what benefits it'll have for us. Oh, but I forgot to tell you the GI symptoms. Constipation, not constipation. Upset stomach, nausea, gas, and indigestion. I already suffered with that. I don't need it. But if it works like a laxative, I do need it. I tell you what, I did have some last night. I just told my husband this morning. I said, oh babe, I'm gonna have to eat some oatmeal because I know this is TMI, but I just thought about this. I'm gonna have to eat some oatmeal because I need to go to the bathroom. My stomach was, I'm bloated. My stomach was bothering me, and I'm like, oh, I need to go poop. So I told him that. I said I didn't want to do it while he was home because he'll be like, he gets so pissed off about gas. Too much information, but we're real here. So you know, we're talking about natural things that make, and these are natural things that happen to the body. So anyhow, what I'm getting back to, I did have moringa last night, and guess what happened this morning? Just when I said I was going to make me some oatmeal because I needed to help my body get rid of feces, boom, it happened. I was like, shit, literally. Thanks guys for visiting Netta's Nest. Please come back, please like, please talk about it, please comment. I'll come back with some new stuff. This was just an impromptu thing. I just wanted to come outside and sit in my my yard a little bit and make sure that no creepy crawlers were going on, and just checking things out. My name's Netta. Welcome to Netta's Nest. Come back and always tell somebody hello. Just don't stare at them. Bye-bye.